Welcome back to Bellefonte, Pennsylvania's HLN's continuing coverage of the Jerry Sandusky sex abuse trial. Again, the verdict, guilty. I want you to take a look one more time. This is the shot from the Center Daily Times. There you see the headline, guilty, and Jerry Sandusky, a broken man. Now, here's what we're hearing from our colleague Beth Karras. Maybe you get one more look at that from In Session. She talked to one of his attorneys, Carl Rominger, Jerry Sandusky, on suicide watch. Not surprising, as you see the look in his eye here. This is a broken man who will now spend the rest of his life behind bars for the horrific crimes he committed against young boys. And the prosecutor, Joe McGettigan, said these were lost souls, these little boys who had their childhoods stolen, their souls lost in all of this. Now they begin again with healing as survivors of this horrific sex abuse. I want to bring in a friend and colleague, Jeff Gold, defense attorney, who's been with us through our coverage here. And you called it. You said all along Friday that this, the average for a pretty quick trial, about a day and a half. But as you were here with us last night, soaking it all in, what were your thoughts as a legal expert as you watched this play out?
I thought justice was done in Bellefonte. I think that we had a lot of concerns over this Penn State area with a Penn State jury and whether or not the celebrity of Jerry Sandusky would overrule people's common sense, their morality, their intent to actually look at the law and apply the facts to it. And in this small town, justice was served last night.
Indeed it was. And in the midst of that, Jerry Sandusky's attorney, Joe Amendola, he took the mic behind us. A crowd gathered, at times booing him. And he talked about Matt Sandusky. And when you look at Jerry Sandusky's adopted son, Matt Sandusky, here's a guy who started this trial as a support room, ends up 9 days later, he's calling Jerry Sandusky, he's an accuser, saying that his adopted father had sexually abused him. So let's listen to Joe Amendola from last night.
You may remember the first day of trial, Matt was seated with his family, and actually, according to family members, during the testimony of one of the witnesses, was kind of mocking the witness and indicating that he didn't believe what the witness was saying. We have no idea what happened. And that's something that Matt and whoever represents him will have to tell you later.
All right, and again, to reiterate with Matt Sandusky, he could have testified. He went to prosecutors this week and could have testified. What are your thoughts that Joe Amendola would stand behind us and mention Matt Sandusky in the post-verdict press conference?
You know, it's not that he mentioned him. I thought that what Amendola there was slightly amazing and mostly shameful. I've never seen a defense attorney do that in this kind of a case. You come out, you say, you thank your adversary, perhaps you commend your adversary for a job well done, you say you have good appealable issues, you say your client is innocent, you go on with it. What he did here is, instead of what you have shown, that Jerry Sandusky is guilty, he decided in a self-serving way to say that the reason Jerry was convicted was his adopted son, Matt, came out at the end and also revealed that he was a victim. Shame on Amendola.
Yeah, and you're right. And the crowd was not having any of it as they began booing Joe Amendola, obviously.
The other headline this could have said is Matt Sandusky, hero. Because maybe if Matt Sandusky at the last minute didn't come out, this could have had a different result. He was a hero. To blame him for this, shame.
Yeah, and we know there are 8 heroes for sure. The 8 that stood in that courtroom and sliced their heart open and told their story to that court. Again, the verdict, guilty. We'll have much more from Bellefonte throughout the morning. Susan, back to you.